One of the tricky things about tracking misinformation about the election in the US is that all the states are different. Here's a super quick guide to finding local misinformation on social media. Step 1. Make a list of the topics you want to follow. We see some of the same rumors every election cycle. Step 2. List all of the geographic keywords in your state. This is going to help us find all of the people who are talking about the election in your area. For example, here are all of the words that someone might use to talk about Florida. Step 3. We're going to use these keywords to write what's called a Boolean search query. Now, this is the part that gets a little advanced, so remember that you can always pause and rewind. A Boolean query is really just a fancy name for a type of search that allows us to find really specific things on Twitter and other platforms, and we write them using or and in capital letters. For example, say you typed this into Twitter. What this tells Twitter is that you want to see every tweet that includes the word ballot or includes the word absentee. Now, say on the other hand, you typed this into Twitter. This tells the platform that you want to see every tweet that includes the word vote and includes the word fraud. So a good way to think about this is that using or helps expand your results and using and limits your results. Here's where Booleans become super useful. You can combine or and statements. So in this example, we're telling Twitter that we want to see every tweet that includes one of these words about ballots and also includes one of these words about Florida. Here's a more complicated example. Now, don't be intimidated. Really what this is just one group of words about voting and one group of words about Florida. Here's some general reminders. Firstly, you don't need to use capital letters for keywords. You do need to capitalize and or. Also, put phrases in quotation marks. So if you want to say something like Duval County, that's more than one word, put quotes around it. Finally, make sure you don't use too many ands. That's going to really limit the results that Twitter gives you. Final step, copy and paste your search string into Twitter or TweetDeck. So what I recommend doing is type your Boolean query into a text edit box or notepad first, because the search bar in Twitter and TweetDeck is really small and you're going to make mistakes. So I'm going to copy and paste. And voila, it brings up a new column. So you can see that I have lots of different columns for different topics monitoring Florida. But what all of these have in common is that they all have some kind of keywords for Florida so that I'm isolating the social media chatter about that state.